Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. Welcome Tag, welcome Panicking. Wondering how long until Old Bag shows up. Well, now that we've said her name, she's gonna show up. You feigned stabbing a sleeping AN with Sparta and we got this stream. What is this new form of power? Okay. I was sick yesterday, so I had a big sleep in today. And I feel much better today. But that's why we're having a late stream. Much later than usual. I don't know how long this stream will be. It'll just be until I need to have food. So we'll see if we can finish case 3 today of AAI2. Also, for those who are interested in the DMC5 Special Edition, Capcom's doing a presentation on it at TGS in... So it's at 5:05 AM Pacific, which is in about 4 hours. Yeah, so for those who are going to be awake, you can watch the TGS thing. Hey Lewis, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I'll probably be checking that out. Hopefully we'll get to see some proper Virgil gameplay. They'll probably show off the ray tracing, but yeah, hopefully they'll show off Virgil as well. Hey Lauren, how are ya? Okay. Play some video game. Right, so we were near the end of case 3. I don't know how much longer of it is left to go. It feels like there's probably at least 2 more sections, because it feels like there's still a lot to be solved. EU TGS, never again. What was that? The Inherited Turnabout, end part 2. Right. So we've finished playing as Gregory, I think. And now we're just trying to clean up all the loose ends as Miles to figure out what the heck happened. I'm good, thanks, Lauren. Right, what were we doing? That's right, so the current case, so there's 2 cases going on. One is from 18 years ago, who killed, what was his name, Dover, one of the contestants. And Gregory's client from 18 years ago was found guilty and has been in jail this whole time. That's horrible, because it really seems like he is innocent. And so we're trying to figure out who actually did it and tie up those loose ends. And also there's been a new incident where at the same place, like everyone's come back together, there's been a big art gallery thing, and someone has tried to poison someone. So with the poisoning, it seems like it's her. I forgot her name. Hang on. Organizer. Yeah, Catherine Hall. It seems like she's the one who set up the poison trap and tried to kill this guy, Dane Gustavia. He is still unconscious, I think. Sounds like he's going to pull through, though. Yeah, so we're trying to prove that she tried to poison him. Also, the body from 18 years ago has just shown up again. So, someone was preserving that and hiding that for 18 years. That's interesting. Isn't that the place everyone expected a Smash announcement last year, but there just wasn't? Ah, maybe. Maybe it was. Sorry, what? Yeah, a lot's happened in this case. Yeah, so 18 years ago, the body of the victim actually went missing, and Manfred von Karma hid that fact and falsified an autopsy. He never had an actual autopsy report on the body. And so Gregory pointed that out and got a strike on Manfred's record, so that's why von Karma hated Gregory and Edgeworth. But he still managed to get a guilty verdict for Jeffrey Master. Yeah, he's the guy who's currently in prison. Okay. Well, let's just see where this takes us. April 2nd, 2:33 PM. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. I have a report. We have detected traces of normalium from the teapot. You can't be serious! Yeah, so she seems like she's used the teapot to hide one of the chemicals she needs to set off the poison. Don't know about the other one though. I don't think we've proved where that's come from. Yeah, you needed 2 chemicals to set off the gas. It's just like Mr. Edgeworth said. Darn it! Did Mr. Edgeworth take the title of the best from me again? Mr. the Best, it seems like you have an obsession about being the best. But when you're on a case, winning and losing is of no importance. What are you saying? Obviously, it's best to be the best at everything. If you can't understand that, then you have no business being a prosecutor. What? Please stop harassing Sebastian. Sebastian, a person of your caliber has no need to listen to such things. Justine? Yeah, you're right. Please leave this to me. Why don't you go check on the victim's condition? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll be right back then. Alright, I'll be waiting. Judge Courtney is much more troublesome than Mr. the Best. Well then. Miss Curator, can you tell us why Normalium was discovered in the teapot? I was not aware that it contained such a chemical. I suppose it may have been an ingredient from the detergent I had used. So you're saying that you did not put it in deliberately? No, of course not. There is no way for me to have known how to create the poison gas. Now you see where Edgy learned his autopsy leverage tactics from. With how animated everyone is, Edgy and Gummy look like barely animated bricks in comparison. That's a good point, actually. I should have given them some new animations to go with these ones. Despite being a former actress, it seems you're not very good at lying. What do you mean? The angel's recipe is in your possession, and the method to create the poison gas is contained inside that recipe book. So you must have known how to create it. I'm surprised you knew about that. Miss Curator, is this true? It's true that information about the poison gas is contained in one of the recipes. However, just because I saw it does not mean that I was responsible for the crime. Could you tell me what set off the poison gas? It was caused by the victim heating the lid of the glass case with a burner. Haha, I see. If he locked himself in that room of his own will and then set off the poison gas, wouldn't that suggest suicide? Does she intend to deny it until the bitter end? Furthermore, I wouldn't have been able to obtain a chemical like Megatoxin X. That may be true, but you could have stolen it from someone else. That reminds me, I met up with Katie a week ago, and that night was when I realised that my Megatoxin X was gone. Yep. Well, Katie, you couldn't have. Madame Delicia always carried her medicine bag around with her. Anyone could have stolen it. That's right. I don't have any proof that she was the one who stole it. Kate, can't you tell us what you're hiding? I know you're not the kind of person who would hurt someone without a reason. Monsieur Shields, you doubt me as well? Setting a trap on one of the gallery's exhibits, and then disguising the rooms. I just think it would have been impossible for anyone but the curator. That's not true. There are no guards or security cameras at this gallery. If any ill-intentioned person wanted to sneak into the gallery, it would have been an easy task for them. But then, isn't it like an all-you-can-steal buffet in here? Hey Sanatukai, welcome. Edgy needs no animations. That's a good point. Yeah, the recipe book is it's actually like for chemicals and for medicines and drugs and such. Yeah, it's not really a food recipe book. You have to be careful. You never know when a great thief could appear. It doesn't sound like a joke when Kay says it. Actually, Monsieur Gustavia apparently entered the gallery before it opened. Well, I'm beat. Looks like Uncle Ray can't do anything to break down Kate's iron guard. This might be a good time to use the technique your old man taught me. The technique my father taught you? This case is deeply connected to the one from 18 years ago. If we just pursue the present case, it may seem like there is a lot we don't understand. But if we try turning things around, there might be a hint in the case from the past. Thinking the other way around. Did my father do that too? For example, just consider the relationship between the past case and Kate. Miss Hall melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures 18 years ago. And today, Mr. Dover's works are on display in this gallery. It can't be. I see. Now I know what to ask her. Haha, that's good to hear. In that case, Uncle Ray will just watch over you as you do your work. Miss Catherine Hall, 18 years ago, it seems that you melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures. Yes, I was young and inexperienced, and I did something inexcusable. However, isn't that why you were able to open the Zodiac Art Gallery? I don't know what you mean. I don't understand either. Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you seek her testimony? Yes. I would like her to tell me about the Zodiac Art Gallery. I would like to know the reason you decided to open a gallery for Mr. Dover's artwork. If you insist that this is related to the case at hand, I will allow it. Miss Curator, your testimony, if you please. Very well, if that will clear your suspicions about me. Now then, please testify about the Zodiac Art Gallery. Hey, counting, welcome. Start thinking like that man. 18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. It's wonderful that your dream has come true. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I don't believe there was anything strange about her testimony. Judge Courtney, I believe in the courtroom it is standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there is no contradictions? You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed, as you please. I like how much they're kind of blurring the lines between being a prosecutor and a defense attorney in this game. 18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. It must have taken a lot of hard work these past 18 years to buy back the mansion. The place full of my memories with Monsieur Master. It is the only place for me. No matter what, at any cost, I wanted it back. She looks like she's having fun. Well, she is a former actress. Singing and dancing is her livelihood. Enough of the singing. Please continue your testimony. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. Are you managing this gallery by yourself? Yes. Well, I say manage, but it only opened today. And I must continue protecting this mansion, so that Monsieur Master has a place to return to. So she took back the mansion for Mr. Master's sake. Kate, I'm so sorry. I was powerless. It's not your fault, Monsieur Shields. I couldn't do anything either. All I can do now is continue to protect the mansion. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. Pierre Hoquet. That's Mr. Dover's alias, correct? Yes, it's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France. About collecting his works. How did you prepare the Taurus and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Dover passed away before he completed those two sculptures. I had the sculptures in the Winter Palace specially made, based on the photos I took. Oh? Could you tell us about that in more detail? After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. So who made those sculptures? She's very vague about that. Opening the Zodiac Art Gallery was your dream? The truth is, I wanted to manage the gallery together with Monsieur Master. No, don't sing. Singing and dancing and all kinds of sweets. That's the kind of gallery I dreamed about. Was she planning on staging a musical in here? Geoffrey Master disobeyed the goddess of law. It is unfortunate, but I'm afraid that your dream will never come to pass. No! Monsieur Master is innocent. The prosecutor at the time did not believe it, but... In order to protect Catherine Hall, Geoffrey Master gave a false confession. They were both trying to protect each other. I prepared replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took. Kind of want to know how long Courtney's hairdo takes to prep. Yes! It's very, complex. By photos, do you mean the ones taken in Isaac Dover's room? Yes. You seem quite familiar with the events from 18 years ago, Monsieur Edgeworth. So the sculptures in the Winter Palace were replicas? They melted and I didn't even get to see them once. No, the sherbet sculptures shouldn't have been replicas. Miss Hall is obviously lying. What? After all that trouble it took to prepare them, it's a shame they melted. The sculptures in the Winter Palace are the same sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. Really? Unless I point that out to her, I won't be able to find out the truth. That's not a connection I thought of. How could they be the same? Let me just save. Fun fact, in the Japanese version of this, victim's nom de plume? What's nom de plume? An alias? It's still Pierre Hoquet. It's a pun on a Japanese phrase that means to dig one's own grave. Ah, that's cool. Check out this badge. I don't remember if I've cross-examined her before. Your statement just now clearly contains a contradiction. How strange. How suspicious. I don't think so. Not one bit. I got caught up in her rhythm. I'd like an encore. Testify for me one more time. Same one. Try one more time, see if there's any other dialogue here. Take a look at this piece of evidence. In that case, would you take a look at my dance too? No. Dancing doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about. But can't the same be said about what you've just said, Monsieur Edgeworth? Shall I return to my story? An assumed alias, usually used professionally. Ah, okay. Oh, I hadn't heard that that term. Nom de plume, is that how you say it? Okay. The same sherbet sculptures. I'm very confused by this, but okay. The sugar matches the light blue liquid found in Dover's room 18 years ago. I guess that hints at it. We'll try that. The music stopped. Did you really think that your excuses would continue to hold up? No matter how much you lie, you can't deny the composition of the sculptures. From the analysis results, it's quite clear that the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the sherbet sculptures Mr. Dover created. Oi, Miley! As a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes in many different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculptures were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition. I see. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the sherbet sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years. Interesting. Why would she do that? Yeah, she's a pharmacist. Music stopped and Kate stops dancing. What? She preserved the sherbet for 18 whole years? If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible. Silence, please. Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you've already uncovered so much. So you're admitting that you stole the sherbet sculptures? No, I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them, after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing. Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how can I judge how difficult it would have been to steal them? It looks like you won't give up so easily. I don't intend on giving up until I learn the truth. I understand. Then I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging, at Monsieur Master's request, I went to change the film in the camera. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then that I witnessed Monsieur Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there is anything suspicious about my actions. That's not your decision to make. Mr. Edgeworth, were there any contradictions in her testimony? For now, I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. But when could Miss Hall have stolen them? If I can answer that, her crime should come to light. Just trying to wrap my head around how she could have stolen them. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. What were you doing before the judging began? I was in my room on the second floor, practicing my dancing. I was performing on the TV show Piece of Cake back then. Piece of Cake? What kind of show was that? It was a children's program. The hosts made sweets while singing and dancing. Oh, that sounds like fun. Well, that's unexpected. You knew about the show, Miles? My father told me about it once, so I just happened to watch it a few times. So, Miss Hall was practicing her dancing in her room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? We'll go with it couldn't have been then. For now, we can come back to that. It couldn't have been then. I should listen to more of her testimony. During the judging, at Monsieur Mouse's request, I went to change the film in the camera. So, you were the only one who could move freely during the judging period? I certainly would have had more freedom to move about than the contestants. However, I couldn't possibly have stolen the sculptures right in front of Monsieur Master. Moreover, upon being asked to change the film, I went directly to the entryway. At Mr. Master's request, she went to change the film in the camera. Couldn't have been then. I just want to go through all the dialogue first. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. So you entered Mr. Master's room before you delivered the camera? Yes, I heard the sound of something breaking, you see. Monsieur Master, are you in here? Eee! That was actually the sound of the ship breaking. Someone snuck a bite of it, you see. When the body was discovered, was Mr. Master still judging Mr. Gustavia's room? I am sure that he was. Monsieur Master is the type of person who would carefully judge one room at a time. She found Mr. Dover's body inside Mr. Master's room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It's a good photo. Oh, the one from the TV show? Yeah. It would have been a fun show, actually. Did you do so in the same manner as today? Yes, I poured tea for everyone working on the investigation. Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also got some tea from you that day. Kate was pushing her service cart back and forth from the patio to the main building. I see. Did anything seem strange to you then? Well, I remember your old man singing praises of her Ceylon tea. And he also said something about how the saucer was chilled. The saucer was chilled? I have no idea what happened here. It was then that I witnessed Monsieur Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. When exactly did Mr. Gustavia enter the victim's room? It was when Monsieur Gregory and the rest were investigating the crime scene. Apparently, Mr. Gustavia went into Mr. Dover's room to retrieve a family photo. He stole the picture so their partnership would remain a secret, right? But you can't be a great thief if you get caught stealing. Kay, I don't think Mr. Gustavia is a great thief. The moment Mr. Gustavia sneaked into Mr. Dover's room. Did he ever say if he saw the sculptures still intact? I forget if he ever... We weren't able to talk to him, were we? Now, when could she have stolen the sculptures? When did Miss Hall steal the sherbet, eh? Even with the brains of a great thief, I'm stumped. If you want to know what happened, you should ask someone who was there. Don't forget, you can always count on Uncle Ray. Yes, that's right. When could she have stolen them? Maybe they were already gone when he went in there. Maybe that's why Von Karma wouldn't let us talk to him. I'm still really puzzled about the whole thing with the key. That seemed to just... that whole point seemed to just disappear. Like everyone... now it's just revealed that everyone was just walking around everywhere. Even though there was like a master key. So I guess the rooms are all unlocked. Okay. So she took photos. Okay, well... I guess she put them on the trolley. I just feel like they're huge. I get the feeling that they're enormous, but I guess they're not as big as I think they are, so... She must have used her trolley to take them. And they were chilled when she was giving tea. So that's because the tray would have been cold. Alright, so it was before here. It's one of these three. Okay, well, I think these two are wrong, so I'm just going to check what happens if I say these two. This case is convoluted. Relies on you keeping track of two different sets of events and also see how they were connected. Yeah, it's a really clever case, actually. It's kind of like how there were two separate sets of events in the fifth case of the first Investigations game, but less. But yeah, this one's a bit easier to track because the other one had like different names and different countries and such. Yeah, so I don't think it's this one. But we'll see what happens. Stole them! This was when you stole the sherbet sculptures. I'm sorry, but Monsieur Shields and company were at the fountain patio the entire time. Are you saying that I stole them in broad daylight? That's precisely what I'm saying. Oh, was this the right one? This is where she hid the sculptures. Oh, that's why the saucers were cold, because they were on the... Okay, I got the right one first. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, she was using the sculptures as the tray. Alright, well, we'll do the other ones first. Stole them then. This was when you stole the sherbet sculptures. And how would I have done that? That's... Not even a great thief could have taken it then, you know. It seems I was mistaken. My apologies. Please continue, Miss Hall. I wonder if the dialogue's the same for all of them. We shall see. The dialogue's the same for all of them. Okay. No need to check them all. Stumbling into the correct answer is always funny. It is. I'm wondering where did she store them? Were they hidden somewhere in this? Were they hidden in this mansion somewhere? This is where she hid the sculptures to steal them right under their nose. In the fountain! Wouldn't it be possible to hide them here? Monsieur Shields would certainly have noticed it if the sculptures were hidden there. Of course, your old man would have noticed too. Miles, do you really think our eyes were that horrible? It turns out it's my eyes that are horrible. Let me rethink the situation. Maybe we should get some glasses, Miles. Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. What you were pushing around was no ordinary service cart. It was the sculpture itself. Eek! But surely that would still be impossible. If you placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would notice immediately. I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures. What? What do you mean? Then what did she use to move the sculptures around? I'm gonna save. Yeah, that's why I'm making that joke. Favourite is the one where you accuse the judge for hiding the evidence. Just knocks 90% of your gauge. Yes, that is really funny. I forget which game that was. I think that was the second one, wasn't it? This is what Miss Hall used to transport the sculptures. The pamphlet! Obviously, she used this to carry them around. Well, Prosecutor Edgeworth, could you please show us how she would have done so? Well, that's... There's no way you could use that to move the sculptures. Indeed, it's as she says. I will have you write a letter of reflection on this later on. Oh, she'd given him homework. Before that, could I please have one more chance? I guess I have no choice. I'll hear what you have to say one more time. Get my health back. The one with the clown case. Yes, that's right, where you had to point out where the statue was hidden. Yeah, and you could point out the judge's desk. That was really funny. Alright. What did she use? The trolley, I guess. I mean, I thought she used the trolley, but I'm confused. Because they were saying, well, I never said she used the trolley. The service cart. I guess the service cart and the trolley are different. I guess they're different trolleys. Okay. And this is... This is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move his sherbet sculptures. It seems this same lift trolley lies here, in the fountain patio. Yeah, I thought they were the same kind of trolley, that's why I was confused. That makes sense though. That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place. Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures? Yes. If the sculptures were placed on this lift trolley and then covered with a tablecloth, it could be disguised as a service cart and moved without arousing suspicion. How could that be? So the saucers were chilled because they were sitting on the ice sculptures? Kate, what's the meaning of this? What were you thinking? That was truly impressive. You certainly are Monsieur Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained. But I knew it was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Miss Curator, does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the sherbet sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room. It's just as Monsieur Edgeworth says, I disguised the lift trolley as a service cart, and I served tea as I made my way back and forth. That wasn't all. I also took the ice block with all the star clusters on it. An ice block with star clusters on it? That seems familiar. Hey King Brolly, how are ya? Love this, Judge. As long as you say no, we keep the show running. I actually don't remember Godot doing the unlimited penalty. I'll have to go look that up again. Forgotten that. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. The Winter Palace is a reproduction of Mr. Dover's room from 18 years ago. Because they had melted, my father never got the chance to see them. But those blocks of ice were also originally from Dover's sherbet salon. The 2 sculptures and the 2 blocks of ice, I took everything I could. And then I placed empty glass cases in Monsieur Dover's room. The sculptures were all encased in glass to preserve their fine details, but the ice blocks were being displayed as they were. As per the rules, we prepared the glass cases for Mr. Dover. So it would have been easy for her to prepare the glass cases. In Monsieur Dover's room, there were some sculptures that were still unfinished. I thought if I melted them, it would look like the ones I stole had melted too. So, everything you see in the Winter Palace are all original works from 18 years ago. Miss Hall, it didn't take much to get her to confess. Then she must know. She knows it isn't enough to try her in court. That is all I have to say. But even though I admit to stealing the sculptures, you can't arrest me for it. What? What do you mean by that? Heavens! You're assisting an investigation without knowing this much? Perhaps you should read this book concerning the Statute of Limitations. Statute of Limitations? He was jotting it down. case there was a bit to go. Ah, okay. So we probably won't be finishing it today then. Get some more progress done though. To put it simply, it's the time frame in which a suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page. Theft is 7 years, okay. The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, and for theft it's 7 years. Ah! That's right. And Miss Hall's theft was 18 years ago. According to the statute, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures. So that's how it is. Stealing evidence from a crime scene is an unforgivable offence. However, for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught. Alright, let's go check out that statute of limitation stuff. Murder 15 years, theft 7 years. If the suspect flees to or lives in a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. Interesting. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached, then resumes. If charges are pressed to demand compensation, the statute is frozen for the length of that procedure. Okay. Interesting. I wonder about that. I deduced Miss Hall's actions simply to expose a different crime. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago. Are you saying that I hid Monsieur Dover's body? That's correct. But how can someone hide a body for 18 years? I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances. So you're saying the circumstances weren't normal? Are you claiming that you know where the body was hidden? When you consider Miss Hall's actions, the answer becomes obvious. 18 years ago, Miss Hall stole something more than just sherbet sculptures. If you're so confident, I would like to hear your answer. Okay. Save my game. The statute is frozen. Wonder if this will come back as a horrible pun later. I hope so. Isn't actually how it works. Yeah, probably not. It's probably different in different countries too. Where did Miss Hall hide the body? In my badge. I'm sure Miss Hall hid the body. Here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, please show us how she could have done so. Well, isn't it obvious? I believe you have confused obvious with impossible, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Indeed, it's as she says. If you plan on disrupting the investigation, I will have you removed immediately. Before that, could I please have one more chance? As you wish, but if you continue to be disruptive, I will not hesitate. She does a lot of threats, but then she always gives a second chance. And a third chance, and a fourth chance, and a fifth. Hide the body. Now this one I am lost at. Well. Maybe I do need pamphlet. I definitely feel like the characters are way ahead of me at this one. And hey, I never read his notes. Time of death 12/24/2000, 18 years ago. Crime scene, Jeffrey Masters' room, Mr. Masters' mansion. Murder weapon, rock salt lamp. Prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. Defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth. The statute of limitations ran out on December 24, 3 years ago. Suspect data, Jeffrey Master, creator of the dessert contest. The victim's body was found inside a dessert made by the suspect. This led to his arrest. In jail, he was diagnosed with hypoglycemia and he was treated by medicine. After his own confession, he was convicted as an accomplice to the murder. Isaac Dover. His true identity is the famous French sculptor Pierre Hoquet, entered the contest as a cake designer, but his body was found in the defendant's room. The cause of death was blunt trauma to the head. Because the victim's body vanished, there appears to be no autopsy report. Is that the true reason? Interesting question, that one. When she hid the body, I got no idea. Why would she hide the body is my question. Why would she kill him? The cloth was definitely part of it, because it was wrapped around the body. Oops, my mic just collapsed a little bit. Hopefully that didn't make too much noise on the stream. I'm so puzzled by this case. Did we ever identify this blood? Yeah, I've always thought that blue tablecloth must be the cloth. And blood detected. Yeah, we never got proof that that's Dover's blood, I don't think. This might not be the connection I'm supposed to make yet. This, we're trying to figure out an explanation for this. Was it in the ceiling? I'm gonna try a show on this and see if that leads me anywhere. Nope, that's a generic answer. Was the body part of this? Okay, I think... Did she remove part of the sculpture and the body is wrapped under that cloth? Yeah, okay, I think that's the answer. Just gonna get me health back. Yeah, Larry's actually a good artist, I think. Alright, just gonna fix this microphone a little bit. Okay. I need to tighten something on this stand because this loves to collapse backwards. I'm not sure what to tighten though. I've tried tightening it before. Oh, maybe I'll just leave it down like that, yeah. Otherwise it will just fall down again. Oh. Take that! This is the photograph of Mr. Dover's sculptures? Yes, and perhaps you've noticed that the victim's body can be seen in this picture? I do not see it. Please point it out clearly. Where in this picture can one see the body of the victim? It's time to expose the location of the body in the photograph. It's the bowl. He turned into a ball. This was Mr. Dover's body. Does that honestly look like a body to you? You okay, Miles? Maybe all that thinking short-circuited your brain. I always knew this day would come. Miley, do you need medicine? How about some nice Ceylon tea? I'm fine, thanks. Those looks of pity, they pierce my soul. Why don't you try again, one more time? Try again one more time. Yeah. I didn't expect her to be the murderer, so I'm very confused. The Gemini sculpture? Yes. While it may look like the Gemini sculpture at first glance, in reality, this is none other than Isaac Dover himself. This ice sculpture was the victim's body? But all I can see from this picture is an ice sculpture statue. That's because a certain piece of evidence was used to conceal it. Conceal it? Which piece of evidence did Miss Hall use to conceal the body? A bench. She used this. What makes you think that this proves anything about me hiding the body? Urgh. Mr. Edgeworth, let's sing a duet for a rebuttal. No, I'll be fine alone. And next time, I won't let her sing. I don't have time to waste, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Please get it right this time. Next time, won't let her sing. This is the cloth that was covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace. This cloth manipulates light. With it, it's entirely possible to make something look like ice. Isn't that right, Delicia? Yes, see? When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. When you think about it, it makes sense. What disappeared when the body turned up? Yeah, that's a good point. That cloth will only emit light when it is attached to a special device. Judge Courtney, look closely at the picture one more time. Beneath the Gemini case lies a box-shaped object attached to the pedestal. This is A rainbow light device. Detective Gumshoe reported one in the Winter Palace. This is the device that went missing 18 years ago. Originally, it would have been attached to the cloth inside the glass case. Naturally, Miss Hall took the device with her when she moved the sculptures. By using the rainbow light device to make the fluorescent cloth glow. Mr. Dover's body was made to look like an ice sculpture. That's ridiculous. I agree. But, yeah, well, it seems like the truth. So then, when Uncle Ray took a photo of the Winter Palace... That's right. The body had been in front of us all along, disguised as Gemini. However, the body and the fluorescent cloth were both discovered in the fountain. If the ice sculpture was the body, we would have found it in the Winter Palace. If we had found it there, her trick would have been revealed immediately. Miss Hall moved the body out of the Winter Palace to prevent us from discovering it. Absurd! You say she threw the body into the fountain without any of us noticing? No, Judge Courtney. There was no need for that. She simply used the same method as before. Remember the lift trolley? She moved the body to some other room and dumped it into the stream to the fountain. Naturally, the frozen body would have sunk to the bottom of the fountain. That's why the cloth floated up first and was found by Delisha. And eventually, the body thawed out and floated to the surface. Monsieur Edgeworth, you truly have a gift for deductive reasoning. However, do you have any proof that I moved the body? If you cannot prove that, then there is no way I can accept what you are saying. Wasn't there anyone who saw Miss Hall move the body? Yes, I believe such a person exists. The answers lie in the evidence that person gave me. And that piece of evidence will reveal the truth of Miss Hall's actions. Yeah, I think it's Larry's sketch. I used a corpse in my VOD thumbnail, yes. Oh, yuck. I did too. That photo is suddenly a lot less funny. Hold it, ice even encased in a body would float. Unless the cloth is heavy as hell. Yeah. Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you able to prove the crime of Miss Curator? Certainly. I have evidence that will show exactly what she did. Then, it's time we see your answer. Which piece of evidence reveals Miss Curator's actions? It's a gas burner! Just by looking at this, you should be able to understand. Let it enlighten you. Overruled! Near! Why are you? I thought it would be less embarrassing if I was the one to say it. But, well, you can't really show what Miss Hall was doing with that, you know? I suppose not. I should present something else. Let us hear your answer one more time. Not sure how much longer this part goes, so just be careful with my health. The answer lies in that person, that piece of evidence. I'm getting the feeling that that might be Edgeworth's favourite term. Overall, this soundtrack's really good.
Take that!
Sketch. Another sketch? Oh, it appears I have been drawn in this one. This is a sketch Larry drew of the women at the fountain patio. I would like to direct your attention to the service cart on the left side of the sketch. Service cart? What about it? Don't you see? What transpired 18 years ago has happened again. Miss Hall was moving the body in this sketch. No! Please wait. I don't see Monsieur Dover's body anywhere in that drawing. All I did was hand out chocolates to everyone. The key detail in this sketch is the colour of the tablecloth. Up until now, I thought Larry had just made a mistake. The tablecloth, it's light blue. It may be light blue in the sketch, but no blue tablecloths exist in this mansion. Perhaps it's light blue because the body was hidden, still glowing underneath the tablecloth. What? But the lift trolley is rectangular in the sketch. If she just placed the body in the lift trolley, we would notice it immediately. There were 2 blocks of ice in the Winter Palace that are completely hollowed out. If she put the body inside the block of ice, it would look like a service cart. That's... Miss Hall, you put the body in the block of ice and used the lift trolley to move it, didn't you? I never imagined you would be able to deduce so much from just a single sketch. But what if it was just a mistake, like you said before? It doesn't prove anything. I agree that alone the sketch is worthless. Once you remove the body, the service cart would revert back to a lift trolley. That's why the lift trolley was left behind in the fountain patio. And without the service cart, there would be no place for you to put your chocolates. The chocolates I gave everyone. Until then, the chocolates had sat on top of the service cart as you gave them away. But when you gave them to us, you took them from your pocket. Ah, now that you mention it, they were a bit melted. But they were still really sweet and tasty. So, why was it necessary to put them in your pocket halfway through? That character only, that stage, final, that piece of evidence, Final Destination. Oh, that's good. That's because once the body was disposed of, you no longer had a service cart. Hold it right there. If she put the chocolates in her pocket and left the lift trolley in the patio, then where did the tablecloth go? If she had been forced to put the chocolates in her pocket, she wouldn't have had time to dispose of the tablecloth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, can you answer that for me? The tablecloth wasn't hidden. It's right in front of us. Do clarify. The tablecloth used to hide the body, where is it now? It's in my save file, that's where it is. Yeah, all along I was thinking that it wasn't a tablecloth, it was the cloth, the blue one. But I guess it was the tablecloth. Well, it's not inside the fountain, so let's go with that one. If I may be so blunt, it's inside the fountain. If I may be blunt as well, we have already investigated the fountain. Miles, if I may also be blunt, I think that's wrong. It seems so. Oh yeah, when we first met Kate... he's about the back seat, isn't he? Yeah, what's the cloth? I mean, she could have just had 2 tablecloths, just draped it over the other trolley. Ah, yeah, it's an apron. She had something that looked like a tablecloth wrapped around her waist. I see. That must be the key to exposing the truth of her actions. Yeah, seems so. Well then, This time for sure, tell us clearly. Outside the patio. It is probably hidden somewhere outside the patio. Outside of the patio? And where exactly do you mean? I don't know that yet. Most of the world would fall outside of the patio. If that's all you have to say, I'm afraid you're only wasting our time. If I just calmly consider the possibilities, there's only one place it can be. And then Ray butts in with his help. Isn't it obvious? Miss Hall is carrying it with her out in the open. Out in the open? Ah, you mean... Miss Hall, you are wearing the tablecloth around your waist. The block of ice was not encased in a glass case. In other words, the tablecloth was in direct contact with the block of ice. If we have it examined, we will undoubtedly find traces of sherbet on it. Miss Hall, you will turn your tablecloth over to the police at once. There's no need to examine the tablecloth. It is just as you say. I stole the poison from Madame Delicia, and I moved the body. I have done terrible things. Madame Delicia, I'm so sorry. Larry's still here, apparently. He's just in the background drawing stuff. 1 week ago, I took your Megatoxin X bottle. I slipped it into that man's pocket to make it look like suicide. And if they suspected it was murder, the evidence would point to Madame Delicia. Katie? Kate, what were you thinking? Weren't we always trying to save Mr. Master together? I could not let myself be arrested. Not until I had proven Monsieur Master's innocence. From the very beginning, I had planned to turn myself in once everything was over. But I suppose it is too late to say that now. Kate, why? Why would you go this far? Even for Monsieur Shields, I've caused nothing but trouble. For the past 18 years, I have been a criminal. The IS-7 incident. Don't tell me that you were the true culprit. My greatest crime was stealing the sherbet sculptures for my own selfish interests. When Monsieur Dover died, they were no longer just ordinary sculptures. They had become the final works of the sculptor Monsieur Master so deeply loved. What if they melted before Monsieur Master returned? With that in mind, I couldn't let anyone touch them, not even the police. Even though I knew it was wrong, I moved them to the mansion's freezer. However, I only wanted to preserve Monsieur Dover's art. I did not know his body was hidden among them. So she stole the sculptures without noticing the body. As long as he's occupied, we are safe, and Edgeworth won't die from a heart attack. Oh, Larry? Yeah. keep him... Someone keep him busy. So he can't cause more trouble. Monsieur Master would never take another person's life. But because of me, the body vanished, and Monsieur Master was found. Guilty. That kind man. He treated someone like me as family. He meant more to me than anyone else. And yet... Cade. When Monsieur Master was found guilty, I was chased out of this mansion. I was finally able to reclaim the mansion just a few days ago, but... when I saw the sculptures still sleeping away in the freezer, I realised that I was the one who hid Monsieur Dover's body. However, the statute of limitations had already expired. Therefore, I could think of no other way to atone for my sins. It appears I have misunderstood her. It seems she caused this entire incident in order to save Mr. Master. What you thinking about, Mr. Edgeworth? There is one thing that has been bothering me this whole time. Why would Miss Hall plan a murder with such an uncertain method, like poison gas? And the reason she disguised the Autumn Palace to look like the Winter Palace was to make those involved in the incident 18 years ago confuse the two rooms. I wonder what Kate was trying to accomplish. She was trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence. In that case, Miss Hall's true objective was... I think she was trying to find the true culprit. I mentioned a long time ago the part number of the colours are eye dropped from something in the game. This one is picked up from Kay's scarf. Yeah, I wasn't sure what character would be appropriate for this one since I hadn't played it before, so I picked Kay. Yeah, it's her blue scarf. Yeah, so I think she wanted to find the true culprit. Let's go with the other ones first. To turn herself in by exposing her crime. No, if that was her goal, she didn't have to take things this far. In that case, Miss Hall's true objective was... make us find the body. Was it to make us investigate and find the body? But that's not enough to prove Mr. Master's innocence. Perhaps she was trying to find the true culprit. Miss Hall, were you trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence? You wanted to reveal the true culprit and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. Was that not your true goal? By displaying those sculptures, you'd attract those involved in the past incident. Only two people would know where the body was hidden. You and the true culprit. The culprit would have panicked, knowing that the body would be displayed publicly. Yes, and if the culprit really showed up, there's the risk they'd erase their tracks. In the worst case scenario, they might have even stolen the body. So, how could she protect the evidence while simultaneously luring in the culprit? I see! That's why she made the Autumn Palace look like the Winter Palace. Yes, and then, Miss Hall, you must have thought, whoever opens the Pisces case, believing it to be the Gemini case, must be the true culprit of the IS-7 incident. What? But that means that person is the true culprit? Please wait a moment, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you realise what you're saying? Do you intend to accuse that person of being the culprit behind the IS-7 incident? I mean, I know who it is. It's Stavia. That person. Yeah, they wanted to... He wanted to retrieve the body. And got caught in the trap. Miss Hall was trying to trap the true culprit. If so, wouldn't the person who fell for the trap be the true culprit? However, I have no evidence to back up my claims. If I make a formal accusation without any proof, it will not end well. Should I announce the true killer of Isaac Dover? Interesting. Nah. I mean, I think I should, because we need to talk to him about his actions, as to why he would open the sculpture. But, nah. Should I be more careful and do it after I've collected more evidence? No, if I miss this chance, I might not be able to work on this case any further. Above all, I can't just leave the true culprit at large any longer. I can't just leave the people that have suffered for 18 years. I will solve this case by my own hand. What I should do is reveal the truth. It's funny when they override you. Hey, Dashiki. If you press start, you can actually save a game. Yeah, is that a joke? I'm confused. In that case, there is no need to hesitate. Yes, that's correct, Judge Courtney. Is that a joke because I save really often? I'm a compulsive saver, I know. I indict this person as the true culprit behind the IS-7 incident. Larry Butts. Is there any basis to suspect this person? There is not. It's outrageous that you would suspect somebody without any basis. You could get sued for defamation. There is nothing more embarrassing than to fail at this juncture. If it came to that, you want me to be your lawyer? No, no thanks. Before that, allow me to correct myself. Where is he? There he is. Many reasons to suspect Larry, yes. Dane Gustavia, who fell victim to the poison gas, is the true culprit of the IS-7 incident? Gusty is! Mr. Gustavia. Miss Hall, didn't you believe that if you opened this gallery, the true culprit would come? That's why you set up the poison gas trap, is it not? You truly have a gifted mind, just like your father. It is as you say, Monsieur Edgeworth. Now, would you please tell us the whole truth? Yes, I have nothing more to hide. I will tell you everything. I set a trap in the gallery to find the true culprit. Before the gallery opened, I left only the Autumn Palace unlocked. At opening time, when I went around to unlock each room, I discovered that the Autumn Palace had been locked from the inside. I knew that the true culprit was on the other side of the door. My hand was trembling. All that was left was for the trap to do its work. When I heard Monsieur Gustavia was exposed to the poison gas, I realized he was the culprit. And I thought that if the police discovered Monsieur Dover's body, it would prove Monsieur Master's innocence. Why didn't you ever come talk to me? There might have been another way. I know that you did everything you could for me over the past 18 years. However, all of this had been brought on by my own crime. Yeah, this was all very elaborate, wasn't it? That's why I wanted to save Monsieur Master as soon as possible. Okay. Not only that, the police hid the fact that the body went missing 18 years ago. Even if I reported the body, there was a chance that the truth would be hidden again. That's why I caused the incident at the museum's opening, with as many witnesses as possible. I'm sorry. Gregory, Mr. Master, and even you. I couldn't protect anyone. Mr. Shields. It must be tough on him as well. The one who should be apologising is me. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, I'm terribly sorry. I shall accept whatever punishment I am given. However, I must ask of you, please clear Monsieur Master's name. The truth that was hidden for 18 years was revealed in an unexpected manner. However, to think that things would end this way. To be continued. Well. Okay, yeah, I figured that she was trying to get revenge. I didn't think that she was trying to find the true killer. Yeah, that's all very clever. What's the time? 7 o'clock. Well, I'll play a little bit longer. Can't play for too much longer though. Not sure if we'll finish this case. I guess it's up to you all. Do you think we should play for a little bit longer, even if we might be leaving partway through this section, or should we just cut it here? What do you all think? Want a Phoenix Wright game where every case takes 3 actual days for hyperrealism. Down for more? Yeah, I might just keep going. Not gonna finish it all now, you say stop. Okay. Yeah, I've got a games night with some people in about an hour. And I need to have food first. Or actually more than an hour. Don't want to interrupt the climax, as it were. Pretty sure this case takes at least an hour more. Okay, alright, well, we'll finish it here then. Okay. Oh, you already saved, didn't it? Well, we shall finish this next time then. Yeah, we're probably going to have to cross-examine, what's his name? A lot. Yeah, I need to correct Gustavia. Yeah, that's his name. And they never go down easy, do they? Alright. Well, thank you all for watching. Let's see, who's streaming? Is Saku still going? Yes. She's playing some Ocarina of Time randomizer. Chaos Seed. Ooh. So it's got a lot of things randomized. Nice. It's especially going to take a while if I want to go through all the options every time. Yeah, I love being thorough with that kind of thing. Yeah, alright. It'll be easy if I'm not feeling rushed. Cool, thank you all very much for watching. And, oh yeah, what time is that? If any of you aren't going to bed, depends on like where you live, Capcom are doing a DMC5 Special Edition presentation at 5:05 AM Pacific. Which is in a few hours. Or 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah, about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to watch that. That should be interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it too, especially with, you know, maybe that's when they'll reveal what all that extra stuff was that was added to the PC DLC database. We still don't know what all that was, so we might get some answers today. Alright. I'm going to raid Sakura Tsubasa. Next time we'll hopefully finish this case. Maybe start on case 4, depends on stuff. Thank you all very much for watching. /raid Sakura Tsubasa. Hope for extra content. Yeah, so its release date is pretty soon. I looked it up. It's actually pretty soon. So I think if it's going to have more than Virgil playable, I think this will be where they announce it. But yeah, say, if they don't announce like playable Lady or Trish soon, I don't think they're going to be in the game. But I hope they are, so we'll find out very soon. And this music's very sad. So I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.